Hello and thanks for joining us this Thursday. I'm Mackailyn Johnson. Here's a look at some of the stories we're bringing you this half hour. Country music star and Arkansan Ashley McBryde received a special surprise on CBS this morning. The details in less than 2 minutes. And picking apples here at the orchard is a tradition of fall, but growing apples amid inflation isn't at all traditional or predictable. Our report coming up at 12:16. Santa Claus will be coming to town soon, but this one doesn't do the job you think. I'll explain in today's must-see entertainment news just ahead. But first, meteorologist Nathan Scott is here with us. Nathan, it's been really beautiful. Fall is here, but what we really haven't been seeing is rain. Can we see any of that?
Good afternoon, Mackailyn. Yeah, with no rain, that's been the forecast over the past several weeks. No surprise, the latest drought update has come out, and we've got extreme drought now for a part of the metro. That includes you folks in Conway, also here in Little Rock, even into White County. So that's not good news because that means the fire danger is continuing to increase. 66 counties are under a burn ban, but really the entire state should be under a burn ban because all of the state, with the exception of maybe extreme southern parts of Arkansas, are under a drought. So here's your fire risk now. Friday and Saturday, it's going to be high. That's because the winds will be around, stirring things up quite a bit. But notice by next Thursday, that fire risk starts to drop. And that's because we'll see moisture in the atmosphere and also potential of maybe some rain. Temperatures, we're off to the races. It's going to be hot for October this afternoon. We're up to 86 already in Little Rock, 82 in Conway, 82 in Russellville, and 84 in Camden, with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to flirt with 90 degrees at the Little Rock Metro, probably to the low 90s, Arkadelphia and Camden, low 80s off to the north. A cold front is making its way through tonight. We will see cooler temperatures on your Friday and even cooler temperatures going to the weekend. I'll have more on the forecasts coming up.
Thanks, Nathan. And it's a good day for singer-songwriter and native Arkansan Ashley McBryde. McBryde joined CBS Mornings to discuss her new album. Ashley McBryde presents Linville. Now, the new album is a collaboration of friends, including the brothers Osborne. The day turned out to be more than the two-time Grammy Award winner expected when she was surprised by fellow country star Garth Brooks.
This is part of a family that keeps growing. You know where we're at. We're at the Grand Ole Opry. I'm standing in the circle of wood right now where you stand. Miss Ashley McBryde, on behalf of the Opry and myself as an Opry member, I'm going to try not to cry. We would love for you to consider becoming the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry.
It would be the great joy and the great honor of my life. Thank you, Garth.
McBryde becomes the fourth artist to receive an Opry invitation this year, joining Jamie Johnson, The Gamblers, songwriter Don Schlitz, and Charlie McCoy. Now in a THV11 update, a second person is now facing charges in the death of a 1-year-old baby girl in Little Rock. The child's mother, 19-year-old Keandria Davis, reportedly told police the child shot herself in the head. The girl later died at the hospital. Her mother pleaded not guilty to a manslaughter charge. Now we're learning another person in the home, Raheem Basir, has been charged with illegal possession of a firearm. Police say he was not home when the shooting happened. Meanwhile, one of the two people accused of kidnapping a teenager from a downtown Hot Springs parking lot is taking a plea deal. De La Ferrer is pleading guilty to aiding and abetting kidnapping. Court documents show the Tennessee woman formally admits to helping Sam Bowling kidnap the teen back in April. It prompted an Amber Alert and an arrest later that day. Ferrer could face up to 20 years in federal prison. Bowling faces similar charges in a separate federal case. Now, in another THV11 update, the North Little Rock community is coming together to help the families affected by a deadly apartment fire Tuesday morning.
This was a dark place, and it took a fire to shed light on them. But I believe that now this will be a pivot for us to pay attention to the hurts, the pains, the things that are lacking and have been neglected. And I believe that moving forward, that because of this pain, it has started a process to productivity and betterment.
Pastor Eric Crowder-Jones is leading the effort to gather clothes for the 12 families who lost their homes, but thankfully not their lives. The outpouring of support is coming from all over North Little Rock. The city stepped in to provide hotel rooms, and Mayor Terry Hartwick delivered gift cards to help replace some of what was lost. He says this isn't going above and beyond. It's what they should be doing.
They don't have to hurry. I'm sure they'll have relatives coming forward. They'll start making things they can get to, clothes they can buy. But they don't have to just sit there and go, what am I going to do now? Like I've seen so many things happen before.
As for the fire, investigators are still looking into what caused it. They're also still waiting to release the names of the 3 people who died. Now to continued high fire dangers as we're keeping an eye on the extremely dry conditions across Arkansas. This afternoon, you can add 3 more counties to the list of burn bans: Newton, Prairie, Union counties. That makes 64 counties in red where outdoor burning is prohibited. 11 counties are not under official burn bans, including Independence and Jackson counties. We also have an article online at thv11.com with everything you need to know explaining burn bans in the state. Just text the word on your screen, BURN, to 501-376-1111. It also includes the most updated map of the counties under active burn bans. And the Biden administration is weighing its options after OPEC Plus said it's cutting oil production in order to boost prices. Prices that will have a direct effect on you filling up your vehicle and heating your home as we head into winter. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
The White House is expressing dismay at the decision by OPEC Plus to reduce its output.
OPEC's decision to cut production's quotas is short-sighted while the global economy is dealing with the continued negative impact of Putin's invasion of Ukraine.
On Wednesday, the energy cartel announced it was lowering production by 2 million barrels a day, its biggest cut since the start of the pandemic.
We are not endangering the energy markets. We are providing security, stability to the energy markets.
OPEC officials describe the reduction as a hedge against falling demand due to a recession.
Everything has a price. Energy security has a price as well.
OPEC's cut goes into effect in November, raising the prospect of gas prices spiking, costing consumers more to heat their homes and at the gas pump in the days leading up to the midterm election. To counter the reduction, President Biden is expected to order the release of up to 10 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve. But that would only provide temporary relief for consumers.
It's ridiculous.
It wastes a lot of money now.
Everything's more expensive.
The Wall Street Journal reports that the Biden administration may be willing to lift some sanctions against Venezuela to allow it to resume oil exports. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
The national average for regular gas is up 7 cents since the last week. Now, North Korea launched 2 suspected ballistic missiles Thursday morning. One landed in the Sea of Japan and the other in North Korea. It comes just 2 days after the North fired another missile that flew over Japan. After that launch, the U.S. announced the aircraft carrier USS Ronald Reagan would return to waters east of South Korea. A federal appeals court said the Obama-era DACA policy that provides deportation protection and work permits to some 600,000 immigrants violates U.S. immigration law. However, current enrollees can still maintain their status. And a heartbreaking discovery in the search for a missing California family this afternoon. All 4 members believed to have been kidnapped from their trucking business were found dead this morning. An 8-month-old girl, her parents, and her uncle. Police say the suspect's family turned him in and he tried to kill himself before his arrest. No motive as of right now. At least 37 people are dead after a mass shooting and stabbing attack at a daycare center in Thailand. Ian Lee reports from London.
Shock and grief in Thailand after a man stormed a nursery with guns and a knife, killing more than 20 children. Among the dead, a 2-year-old and a pregnant teacher. The shooting happened north of Thailand's capital, Bangkok, in the Naklong district. Witnesses say the 34-year-old opened fire on the daycare, then realized his child wasn't there. Authorities say he headed for home, running a woman off the road and still firing from his car as he fled. Officials say he then killed his wife and child before taking his own life. Authorities identified the attacker as an ex-police officer who was fired last year for alleged drug use. The country's prime minister has ordered a fast-track investigation into how this happened. Ian Lee, CBS News.
Gun laws are strict in Thailand, where possession of an illegal firearm carries a prison sentence of up to 10 years. Police say the attacker legally purchased the gun used in today's killings. It's fall, which means it's time for fall staples like apple cider and candy apples. In 5 minutes, how inflation will affect the cost of one of fall's favorite items. But first, how is that weather outlook, Nathan?
Well, once again, Mackailyn, our View 11 showing lots of blue sky across central Arkansas. I'm looking ahead into the extended forecast, and there is potential we could see a little bit of rain. I'll let you know when that comes to the picture next.